Right, good morning everyone. Now I've got a little project here, brilliant, and you can make a whole batch of them. We're going to make a box, trinket box, from your empty reels. Never throw them away, but you do need two of the same size. So this is one that's fragile, you know, it says fragile tape, and I've taken two of those, cut one in half, exactly the same, and taking the inner section out, this one. Let me just show you, because you just need to take the inner section out, like that. It normally comes out in one piece, but because I'm filming, it chooses not to. But there you go. So you need to do that. Sand all this down once you've cut it. I just used an X-Acto knife. So I went around, measured it in half, all the way around, and then cut it out with the X-Acto knife, or any sharp knife that you have. But do be careful. Saw, whatever, you can use a little hand saw. Sanded the ends off, and then you need some firm card, which I'm using craft card, and just draw two circles that fit that. In fact, to be honest, I wouldn't draw them until I just glue them on, to be honest, because it's a waste of time drawing them. You glue them on and cut them off. You need a top and a bottom, obviously. You also need a piece of card. Now, the card I've chosen to use, which is the inner section there, you could use this craft card, but then it's flexible, it's too flimsy for this particular piece. And so I thought, well, what card have I got that's thick enough? Chipboard I could use, 2mm chipboard, that would work, but then it's not fancy, is it? And I want it to look nice in the inside. So what I came up with was the back of books. You know, the back page of your book, or your front page of your paper pads. Perfect. Plenty big enough. Just cut it. And I want mine that way, you silly woman. So I'm not bothered about that because it's going to get painted. I might do it black, I don't know yet. So if you pop that in, line it up, and then cut it, it'll fit perfectly. And then the lid just fits. You have to be careful with it because you don't forget. Oh, sorry about the phone. You've got you might need to take a couple of layers off this. It just fits like that, and with your lid on and your base on, you've got a nice little trinket box. So we're going to put that together. So first of all, I'm going to put this on. That. Can't get it out now, I've done it. Oh! Come on, mate. That's it, thank God. Whoops. Look, I did those last night with that filament. So I've made a basket, and it looks like it's a basket, you know, made from straw. The little bird nest. I did a little bucket, so it looks like a straw bucket. You know what they'd use in the old days. And I did a little water for a well. Loved them. And my tree looks fabulous this morning. It does need another coat of paint, but I was in the wrong light. I love the way I've managed to get this stump with a hole in it there, and the knot. Should have done one up here or something like that, but I absolutely love that, the way it does it. It makes it look real, so I'm thrilled with that. Anyway, let's get on with this. When you cut the paper, you obviously need it not as big as that, but bigger than the big reel. So what I've done is I just measured it like that. I thought, well, what's that all together? And just did it slightly. I think it was about 3mm less, and you've got a perfect fit. So right now, I think the glue gun's on. Been on long enough. I'm going to, oh, do you know what? I'm going to change my glue stick, because I know I'll run out in the process. And I think that'll do. So, we now need to get this in. I'm just going to pop that in again. Pull that out. Now, you fit before. Why are you not fitting now? Why are you not fitting now when you fit before? Who? Ain't that weird? It fit perfectly before. There, like that. That's it. So I'm using the Bob Ross Black Gesso. I absolutely love this. Do not pay any more than a tenner for it. £10. It was about $14, $15. Don't pay any more than that. Because they're selling it for up to $60, $70 and it's a fiddle. It really is. So I'm just letting you know. Let's put that back. Now, I want to do something a little bit different with mine. Yes, I do. I don't want to be normal. Do I ever want to be normal? So I'm going to dry mine off a little bit. I'm never normal. Now, let me just see. I've got my crackle medium. Which one do I want? This one. Yeah. No, I don't want the crackle medium. Fee, come on. Wrong one. Wrong one, mate. I want your modelling paste, you twit. This is it. Heavy carvable modelling paste. Ugh. Oh, I hate this when you can't get into something. Just prise it up a bit. I don't want to damage me tweezers. That's it. Right, so I'm just going to take some modelling paste. Like that. Because I want to be different. Now don't go over the edge. I hope you're seeing that. Right. Now let me just... Right, that's it, I think. Now if I put that down, I'm not going to be able to do it with it. Right, I'm going to have to go wash my brushes as well. So, I need to take my... I need a palette knife. There we go. So... I'm just going to do that with it. like that. That's fine by me. Now I'm just going to let that dry, but I'm going to try and heat it up a little bit to get it dry. Right, I'm not going to dry it any more than that. I have to put that in soak. I'm just going to pop this here, and I'll be back in a minute. Because what I've got here are my inks. So, what colour? Soft lime. Oh, we'll have a go at that. If I can get into them. Oh, here we are. These very rarely get used, but I do want to start using them, so. If you can fill in any gaps, I've got to clean my hands off a minute. I'm just going to fill in any gaps on here. Like that. Love it. Now we've got to dry that off. UT tray, like I say, hopefully that's all balanced right. And this is the crystals, and once it's heated up it melts and puts a sheen on things. But before I do that I need to get my UT sticker. So what I've got is Judykins rubber stamp embossing ink, but you don't have to use it just for that, because you can. I need to dry that off a bit more, I think. Yeah. Because it is hot. Right, I need to do some more on this side. Do you know what I might do? I might just pop it on top of there. See, that's done now. But I might just pop that on there to finish it off, to be honest. Yeah, I might just do that. Be a lot easier for me to spin it around and hold. Now I could do more and more. I think I'm quite happy with that. And all I have to do now is to paint the bottom section. And we've got a mixed media box. And I'm just going to let that sit a minute because it's got to cool down. I need to get some... I've got my baby wipe here. I just need to... They like a grease over it. I'm just wiping that off. See, it's just a little bit of colour. But I'm quite happy with that. Very happy indeed. Yeah. And there you go. You've got a mixed media box. I hope that's helpful. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. But I've used this, which is the hazelnut dabber. Or dauber, whatever you want to call it. Acrylic paint. The Direndak, if that's what you call it. Just to cover the... And then I've put just the ends. I've painted them in white. But I'm not bothered about that. I think it'll all disappear anyway. And what I've got is some modelling paste. And you know the technique on the tag that I did the other day? Well, I just love it. So what I've decided to do is to cover a box. Very similar. Now I don't want heaps of this on because I want it to dry quickly. And I'm just playing. This is one of my projects where I play with what I have. And I'm using the modelling paste. And there you go. So far we've got that, and I think that's fab. So what I'm going to do is just, I have to dry that off now. And I'm going to do, it might not be strong enough, so I might just put, we'll see. I'm just going to stipple around the edges, and it will break into the paste. Not fussed at all. So you know, none of it's dry properly. I haven't used any liquid or anything to adhere the crystals to the box. It's just with it being damp, the embossing powder stuck to it. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now.